Hi, everyone. Bill Rensselaer in the 1011 Now streaming studio. It's Thursday. Usually we hang out on Wednesdays with Captain Aaron Pembleton from UNLPD, but we had a scheduling conflict.
Right,
so
we'll make it work.
I went to weather camp yesterday.
How was it?
That was good. That was over. I was on East Campus.
Nice.
It was Professor Dewey, who he's retired from teaching at UNL.
So
but
is this
still
the
very
same as Weather Fest?
Well, I think it's kind of
and is this separate than
like a light version.
Oh, there you go.
Of Weather
like
Fest.
JV,
Okay. But Weather Fest was a lot. He really put on a huge event for that.
Yeah.
That obviously ended. COVID was kind of the last year.
Right.
Got canceled. But no, Weather Fest. It was high schoolers, and they obviously were interested in weather, which I thought was great. Because I do a lot of school visits. And usually it's like sixth graders or like 6-year-olds. And they ask if I've ever been inside a tornado, but they actually had some pretty good questions and stuff like that. So that was I was over in your neck of the woods on campus.
How's East Campus looking?
Oh, looking beautiful.
Nice.
This time of year, as always.
It's always good. Yeah.
Kind of quiet though, so that's
It
probably your guys' kind of favorite season
yes,
here.
It is. Like knock on wood, it's nice. We try to get a lot of training done. Have people. We try to catch up from the year. Start developing plans on what the fall is going to look like with everything that we might try and community engagement and all that kind of stuff. So this is the time of year that people try to take advantage, maybe some vacations and stuff like that too, so we can get out. But then we're already gearing up for what 2025/6 is going to bring us.
And I bet you guys, this is a guess, you guys have already started planning for the first football game of the season.
Oh, we're way past the start.
Oh, you're way
from yeah. We've been into that for a while. Literally
for a long time already.
For us, depending whenever the last game is, whether it's Iowa or somebody else, like that game ends, you take a deep breath, and then
maybe a week.
Yeah, a week, and then you're already like gearing up, just because it is such a big endeavor to take on that beast. But we take a lot of pride in it, and that's one of the things we want to make sure that all the Husker fans get to come in and leave and just have a great, safe experience.
Yeah, no, 100%. How was you guys had it was like the National Science Olympiad there on campus just a couple weeks ago. Were you around at all for that?
I was not. I was actually gone for those days, but I didn't see or hear really any issues. It sounds like it went off pretty seamlessly.
A lot of brain power on campus.
Right, yeah. We went up some. If you're competing in the Olympics with your brain, you're probably pretty high
You're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
So while it may still be slow on campus during the summer, there's still some things that kind of crop up.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here. We're talking about it. We have some crimes, couple of them that
couple right at the end of the school that maybe we've kind of done our due diligence of running around and trying to check on things and different stuff, and we've kind of been stymied. So now we're gonna ask if the public maybe can help us out, since they have eyes and ears everywhere.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
Right.
We really do. And we just most of the time we don't know it, but we probably do know something.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So first, kind of again a common thing for you guys, a bike theft.
Yep.
Have some images here, not super great. Can't really make out a super clear picture of this individual, but kind of walk us through this first one here.
Yeah, so this individual came onto campus the early morning hours of May 2nd. Rode onto campus, rode around for a while, but then came up to the victim's bike. Was able to cut the lock and take it, left the lock for us, which was very nice of him, but cut it so it doesn't really work anymore.
No, it doesn't.
But then ended up riding off on 2 bikes. So but took it with him. So was able to ride the one bike and then push this one along with him. So again, has some skills, if you will, on a bike ride. So if you have a friend that's able to do this, maybe. But he's described as an older male, white beard, is wearing maybe some camo style pants, like with a camouflage pattern, dark greenish or colored coat on, and he kind of took a special bike, if you will. The description is a felt Brome 21 speed bike.
Oh,
so it's not like your
usually it's like a 6-speed bike. 21 speed
21's
bike.
high, and just the brand of it. I felt Brome is one that I have not heard of before. So it is a kind of a specific bike. It's not a Huffy or a Trek or something that has a lot of.
Ooh.
So it is
quick Google search here. Felt Brome. Just on my Google here, it's like $800,000-$900,000 bike.
They are in the higher end of it. So again, if you know someone that necessarily you've never seen a felt Brome bike, and you have an individual that that lives near you or matches this description, and all of a sudden you're like, felt Brome, that's strange. Maybe give us a call. And
$2,000.
Yeah, we can maybe talk.
$1,800.
We can talk to this individual. So that's the one unique thing about this is if you've seen a person that hasn't had a felt broom bike that all of a sudden does, call us.
Yeah. I say, and I notice on here, it looks like one maybe like blue glove on his right hand there.
Yes, that might be his dominant hand that he touches stuff with. So again, trying to keep fingerprints off. So probably a seasoned person, if you will, that understands. Has a backwards hat on that has some like white emblem on it, but again, none of the cameras really picked that up of what it exactly was or anything.
You can
that
see
we
the
could
white
really
part
tell.
of it there, but can't really make out.
But again, the pants look like they could have some camo pattern to them, darker colored coat. Again, rides around, took a bike and rode off with his own bike. So again, someone that maybe you live near or that you've seen before that just suddenly came up with a new bike that is specific to this brand, maybe give us a call and we could come chat with them.
Let us know. Let's see here. My lower thirds aren't working anymore.
Uh-oh.
That program's had some problems all day today, so I don't know if that's... Hey, there we go. Now we go.
There you go.
Oh, now it worked.
Comes back up.
Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, because I was worried, because I wanted to punch in our tips.
Yeah.
Best way to get our tips.
Yep.
And see, I don't think that's
the
going to...
Crime Stoppers website or the P3 app are two of the ways that you can get a hold of us. And then we always mention, too, we always like to be the ones that can contact you because we always have more questions or not. But... Again, if you want to be eligible for the reward for providing information that could lead to an arrest, it has to go through the Crime Stoppers. So,
yeah, the website or the P3 app, or that anonymous phone call, right?
Yeah,
or the 3 ways. There we go.
Yep.
And you guys text nowadays? Which
we do. We have some text.
Cool.
You can get a hold of us through our text line too at the 472-5552.
Again, good numbers just to have, especially again maybe a lot of folks just got done with graduation.
Mm-hmm.
High school graduation. Probably going to have a lot of local students here in town. I mean, and across the state, heading over to campus this fall. Good numbers to just probably get in your phone.
Absolutely,
and save them in your phone.
Yep, get them in your phone so you can get a hold of us if you need to, and then we're on all the social media apps too, so you can find us at most of the at UNLPD or police@unl.edu.
And then 10 years later, you're like, I still have this contact in my phone.
Right? Yeah.
I should probably clean up my phone a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah, you guys are lucky that UNLPD is just a really clean handle for all of your social medias.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
Really jealous because 1011. If you just did like 1011 news, it's like some account out of like I think India.
Oh, really?
So we're at 1011_ news, which is really unfortunate for us.
Right? Yeah.
All right, case number 2. We had some nefarious individuals here who decided to do some vandalizing, if I'm correct.
Yep. On April 11th, they were walking down 16th Street by the courtyards, and again, for some unknown reasons, decided to vandalize a mirror on the side of a pickup truck that was parked there. And then apparently as they went down the street, they touched some other cars and looked like they were kind of messing with, but when we went down there wasn't really any other damage other than the one Chevy Colorado that had the mirror kind of damage that was on the side of it. So again, not great imagery of it because of the dark and the distance of it, but 2 individuals, they're wearing hoodies, light colored pants, whether it's jeans or some other type of material. One has light shoes, dark shoes. In a couple of the images, when you can go back and see it, it looks like the individual in the back maybe has a mustache, if you will, some facial hair. But again, some emblem on the one in the front that has on the sweatshirt. But again, if you look at these and you're like, man, that just looks like, and 2 people that would match this, characteristics, as if this is your Jay and Silent Bob that hang out with, maybe give us a call or something and be like, this looks like these 2 people, and then we can go out and maybe contact them and just see if we can get to the bottom of it.
This seems like a case, obviously the bike, you can find the bike maybe with the person and put 2 and 2 together. This seems like a really difficult case. You'd almost need to be like, yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I imagine
especially
this is pretty tough to solve.
If they don't touch it or something where you can actually get a fingerprint or something off of it, or again, without just the admission, it could be pretty hard to solve, but we're somewhat good at our job, so sometimes if we can get to a certain point of figuring out who it is, we can get to that point. So, and
just one of those things where it's just like you've caused a huge headache for the person who owns this car, and for what reason? Like why
adolescence is
I mean, I guess I'm far enough removed I kind of forget,
right,
but yeah, it's just kind of like, come on. So again, if anyone knows anything about those two individuals. Again, we just got done talking about it, but again, these are the best ways to get in touch with, again, UNLPD, Crime Stoppers, whatever it might be. Plenty of different ways that you guys can get in touch with them to leave a tip. And again, even if someone thinks they maybe know something or think their friends would do something like this, let you guys know.
Yeah, again, that's what we're here for, is to try to follow up on all these leads and follow up on everything. So, but we can't follow up on what we don't know, right? And so our officers are always trying, that's their desires, to try to close all the cases with an end that gives the victim some closure to it, right? And so if you just get left out of, hey, we just don't know and don't have anything, they don't really get closure either. So, I mean, if we can get to a point of either a citation or, hey, we just can't get to there, or we know who it is, we just can't find them, and then at least we get to those points. So,
all right. Anything else top of mind for you guys over there at UNLPD as we head further into the summer?
I think we're doing good. We just appreciate everybody's assistance with all this stuff. And if you come down to campus, stop by and say hi. And lots of NSE, so all the new students are starting to roll around. So we're saying hi to all them when we can. So it's been good summer so far.
There you go. All right. Well, Captain Pembleton, thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate it as always. Appreciate everyone for tuning in and watching. Again, as always, keep it tuned to 1011 both on air and online. Until next time, hope everyone has a nice Thursday.